Orlando HamCation. Let's do this, Lola Strange. Boom! Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is Stranger Palooza. Right now, I am sitting in my 2021 Coachman Beyond with my front seat. The passenger seat is actually swiveled around. I guess I'm gonna do the traditional thing and remind everyone it's built on a 2024 Transit chassis. And you guys can probably see right behind me. First of all, the windshield is a little frosty. And then there's other RVs. That means Lola and we are camping out somewhere. Actually, the somewhere is in Orlando. We're not too far from Gainesville. We're a couple of hours, right, Lola? Mm-hmm. Yes, we are in Orlando for the 2022 HamCation. We're going to get all up in that HamCation business right now. Explain what HamCation is. It's amateur radio. We're going to get all up into that right now. You know what? I don't know if I show my driving position without me in it enough. So let's see. How is that seat worn out? It's doing good. Seat's doing good.
Your big butt, I'm sure, it's worn out the seat a bit.
Okay, Lola. You want to start early. Okay. It is about, what time is it? Let's see. I think it's about
10 after.
Oh, it's 20. It's 20 to 8.
After 7?
Yeah.
20 to 8?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, there's Lola Strange, the indubitable. I don't know if you guys, the last time we've shown inside, but yeah, we figured out a way to bridge the two beds together. So we've got that going on. We got like storage down there, you guys can see.
Which is cool.
Yeah, you can put your shoes under there or bags and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we can sleep side by side. There's the bathroom back there, Got my sleep machine, using my sleep machine.
Oh yeah.
I've also added these little levels all over the van.
Yeah.
There you go. There's one right there. There's one on the side. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I did it. And then even up front here, I have one right there and then one on the side of that to help me when I'm, it's all right.
It helps when you're parking in a dirt field on grass like last night.
So that's where we're at. The 2022 Orlando HamCation, put on by ARRL, Rediscover Radio, National Convention. Ham Radio. Lola and we're going to do our technician's license today. We're going to become ham radio technicians, hopefully.
We will.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Lola and I are nerds. Who's the bigger nerd out of me and you? Me, right? I'm the bigger nerd.
I don't know.
You think you're the bigger nerd, but we're kind of like a nerd couple.
Yeah, I think equally.
So we're competing to see who gets the highest score. Like, this is even if you fail, who gets the highest score, right?
No, we're not failing. It's
no,
who
I'm not
passes
failing. I'm
with
not
the
failing.
highest score.
Yeah, which is going to be me anyway. So,
see.
Yeah, it's going to be me. You got to bow down to the nerd king, Lola.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, we're doing that. Get out of here. Let's go outside and see what's going on here. We arrived here last night. Here you go, in Orlando. So people can camp out here. The sun is coming up. Check it out. There's the van. There goes the van. Oh, Lola closed the door. I don't know why. But there you go.
Everything off. He said once we come out, we're out.
Oh, okay.
Morning. Radar is behind you.
Look, there's radar. I wonder how many dogs out here are going to be named Radar. Only you, right? Only you? You're the only one. You're the only one. All right. So, and there's Donna. Hi. Hi, Donna. How are you?
Good, N5EY.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so everyone has a call sign, and everyone gives you their call sign. That's the cool. I don't have one yet, Donna.
Oh, are you good? You're testing today too.
Yes, I'm testing today. So hopefully, by sometime over this weekend, I'll have one.
A call. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I'll be sharing that too.
Calls right away. They give you a certificate, and then you have to wait in the mail for your first call.
And it takes a little while to get it. So there you go. At some point, I'll let everyone know. I'll probably put it in the description of the video. But everyone else will probably give you their call sign when they're on camera here. All right, it's great meeting you guys.
What was your first name again?
Hank.
Hank.
I'm Hank, yeah.
Hank
and then
Lola.
This is Lola. I'm going to show the folks a little bit around how we set up first here. So we've got the van. I think we came in like around 7 last night. And Donna's husband, what's his name? Brad? Brad was very nice, helped us get in here and find a parking spot. So here we are hooked up. There's my smart plug, and if we follow that back here, this is the HamCation RV pod that we are at. We don't have water hooked up, and there's a bunch of people. Obviously, everyone's hooking up right here. So here's where we're plugged into right here. Actually, we're right here. Yeah. So actually, none of the I think this 30 amp was available, but it wasn't working.
And neither was this one here. Also wasn't working, so we weren't able to use it.
Yeah, so we just used this 20 and we just
adapter.
Yeah, we just used the adapter and plugged it in. There's the water. I think Lola was saying that one of the good things probably is to get a splitter.
Yes.
If you're doing water, because there's not going to be a bunch of water lines here. Oh, see, someone has this. So we could probably attach to that if we wanted to.
We could attach to this. So this is something handy to think about ahead of time. We didn't think about it, so we actually don't have one, but someone has one, so we can plug into here. But these are some of the things to think about ahead of time to make sure you have something like this, and also 20 amp adapter.
This becomes like the nerve center. I want to remind anyone, if this is like your first time looking at this, we've been doing this like about a year, Lola.
Right.
We're still in it. We still enjoy it. Learning. Yes. And most of the folks, as you saw, even with the folks that are into ham radio, everyone's nice and friendly in the RV world, obviously in the ham radio world. So yeah, it's a cool thing and easy to learn because everyone's always willing to help you out. So right now,
look at these
we're gonna do the lay of the land. Oh, there's some other vans out here. Boom. So that is, I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, it's a ProMaster pop-up. I don't know if it's a particular...
It's a vintage one down there.
There's a couple of them down the road from that. What looks like a Westfalia, someone's in, and then another Ford Transit down there. So, yeah. Oh, do you have the keys for the van?
I locked it.
Okay, no, I don't need it. I gotta... Here, hold this for a second.
There's a bird's nest up there on top of the light pole.
Yeah. I gotta put my... There. Yeah, well, that's always gonna happen.
Oh my gosh.
They're loud.
Those babies are like,
let's see if we can. Yep. That's gonna happen around here. So we're gonna share this with you guys. We're gonna I think
we're gonna head over to get our media passes.
Yeah. So just to tell you guys, you'll probably see them here in this video. We got into the whole amateur radio thing because of two people. We went to what was it, Overlanding?
Expo East in Virginia.
Yeah, East. And we met GigaParts. That's a company that sells a lot of ham radio stuff. And we also met Ham Radio 2.0, Jason. I don't know what his call sign is. I'm sure he'll tell you guys when we see him. And they were really friendly and everything. And because of stuff that I already do, I've always thought of this. You know, we go places, all that. You think about comms, you know, communications, what happens if your phone doesn't work.
Especially living in Florida with hurricane and storms. Yeah. It should be part of it being prepared. Communication.
So there you go. So that's why, that's the people and how we got into this. You guys will see them. Let's walk in there and we'll just be sharing stuff with you guys through this whole thing. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think Sunday we're leaving, but let's just go on right now. So check out this antenna these guys have. That's awesome. They're probably talking to space. It's gonna be a lot of nice rigs here. Obviously, if you're into ham radio stuff, I'm not gonna have any clue of what I'm seeing here, but you know, that just looks badass. All right, so this is Jason of GigaParts.
Hey guys.
I'm gonna call him Giga Jason. Because you're gonna see there's two Jasons that got me into this. This is one that I told you guys I met at Overland East in Virginia. And so GigaParts is your thing that you do. You want to explain to the folks out there what you guys do at GigaParts?
What our stick is?
Yeah.
Guys, this is Jason from GigaParts, and we are into off-grid communications and everything that wraps around that. So be it power, batteries, solar, all the radios, everything. That is what we do. So we can outfit you from top to bottom. You want to talk to your neighbor? We got that. You want to talk to Australia? We got that too.
Absolutely. So if you're in the, prepper world, overlanding, all that kind of stuff, you need something for your van, like how we have a van. All of that stuff you guys can find here, right?
Absolutely.
So communication, solar panels, batteries, all that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So just give us a run through of what's the cool stuff that's out there right now.
Well, if we're
showing me this.
If we're going to start with the cool stuff, let's start with the coolest stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is power film, guys, and what power film is the absolute top tier solar panel. And their claim to fame is that they're bulletproof, and let me explain what that means, okay, because that's important.
Yeah.
If any one individual panel fails,
Right.
the rest of the panel still works.
Okay.
You can quite literally put a bullet hole through every inch of this thing.
Right.
And
I know a
and
guy
the
that
rest-
could
and the-
test that.
Right, and the rest of the panel is still going to produce power.
Okay.
So this thing's designed to take abuse. If your absolute life depends on having power, this is the kind of technology you want to roll with.
Okay. That's very cool. And it seems, because basically, so this is a 60 watt panel, right?
That's a 60, and when it folds up, it's that big.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. That's easy enough to put in a backpack or something like that. Okay. And so now you said it's bulletproof, that if you puncture it, it still works. How tough is the actual material itself?
Quite. I mean, you can put it on the ground, you can step on it, you're not going to break it. It's Cordura exterior. It's fully IP68 water resistant.
Can it be driven over and still function?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I don't recommend it, but it's going to...
No, you don't want to do that.
Absolutely.
But anything could happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
It is made for a rugged outdoor environment.
Okay.
Special Forces uses these exact brands. This comes off the same line.
Right.
Our Special Forces get those from.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. And so what do things like this cost? Is 60 the smallest you can go?
30 is that, and it's in the $500 range.
30?
Yeah, this is about $800 for the 60.
Okay.
Up to $1,000 on the 100, and then the 120 is about $12.99.
$12.99.
Right.
Okay. And what kind of like warranties and stuff like that come with these things?
They come with a 1 year.
1 year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very cool. Yeah. That's very interesting to me. Just being lightweight, you could fold it up and pack it away anywhere. To me, is a big deal. So, where are these? Oh, it's made in the USA. I'm just looking right here to see where it's made. There you go. Okay, very cool. Do you know where are these guys? Power Film. Where are they located?
Out west.
Out west. Okay. Very nice.
So that's one half of the equation.
Right.
Now we have to control the power that it's making.
Right. And this comes with its own cables, or?
It comes with an adapter built into it, and then you can use these various cables to make it perfectly fit your needs.
For what you need, because you're going to have different connections.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
So then you come over here, and I'll show you.
You create the energy. You got to store it somewhere, right?
Then we got to move over here. To the controller.
Okay.
This is an MPPT controller made by Genesun.
Okay.
And the beautiful thing about this in the radio world is it creates 0 RF.
Okay.
So there is no interference whatsoever. When you and I were up there at the Overland Expo, everybody was running these very inexpensive solar controllers, and you just can hear hum from everywhere.
Right. Yeah. Everything creates.
Right. So this does not create any noise.
Okay.
These are the premium.
Very
brand.
important to the radio guys.
To radio guys,
yeah.
It's a zero noise production.
When you're a non-radio guy, you don't even realize it.
Right.
Yeah.
But
okay.
So you need that.
Okay.
Okay. This one will handle up to the 120 watts.
So that's this unit right here.
Right here. Correct.
Okay. So all right.
And oddly enough, here's the interesting thing. These panels are so good, every once in a while you'll see a little light blink. It's actually generating off the lights above us right now. We're in a closed building.
Oh, okay.
So, and then we have it hooked up to our lithium iron phosphate batteries, our LiFePO4 batteries. This is a 1212, and we have a 1224 and a 1250.
Okay.
We're going to be going up to all the way up to 200 amp hours for the overlanding crowd here shortly.
Okay. Yeah.
One of the nice features about these batteries is that they actually have the meter display built into it.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that is cool.
So,
all right.
Without having to have it hooked up to anything, you can understand the capacity of your battery, the draw coming off it at that current time. It just gives you a bigger picture of what's going on in your environment.
And this is called PO4 Power?
PO4 Power, yes.
PO4 Power.
That
okay.
is the brand. This
Okay,
has a
very
5-year warranty. These guys have a 10-year warranty.
Okay.
The Genesuns are rated or 10-year warranty.
That's on
products.
the solar controller.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So I know, like, we can't get into prices and stuff, but if people want to see that, they could just go to you guys' website,
Absolutely.
right, and find out the prices.
Yeah,
of
my
what
prices are right
things
there for that's our show.
Lola, if
special
you
right
want to
there.
show that, this is for the show, which by the time this video goes up, not necessarily, but
Hey,
yeah,
well, we do.
That's why you want to go. Where's the next show after this? Actually,
next
where
show
you guys
is going
will
to be in Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio. Okay.
We might be going to the Moors. We might be hanging out there at Branson with everybody at Moors.
Okay.
We're trying to work that out right now.
You'll definitely be at East.
At East.
Overland East.
And we're going to Flagstaff too.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely be. I think I'm going to try to do all the overlanding.
Are you going to go out to Bend too?
I think so. I have to look it up. Lola and I have to. At some point I got to settle down and figure it out.
I know.
But I'll definitely see you at the East.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I know there were people the last time I went out there. They're like, "Oh, you didn't even tell us you're going to be in Virginia." So now you know. Forewarning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Prepare yourself. We are coming. Huh?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so keep taking us on the tour here.
So this is just our online stage. So if you want to order something from the website,
Oh, okay.
we have that capability.
Oh, you could just come right in and order.
Right.
Okay, cool. I notice everyone puts their
Call
call
sign?
sign all over everything. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of that.
Sometimes it's because they're very proud of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't want to forget their own call sign.
Right.
It depends on who you're talking to. So
That's cool. I like that though.
So we
Oh, these are nice cases.
yeah, being in Huntsville, Alabama,
Ooh.
with the arsenal and stuff.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, somebody will bless us with some surplus boxes.
Oh, you're selling these for $25?
$25. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. O-ring sealed.
Oh, okay.
Very
Very nice.
Yes. Or 2 for $40. Some commodity pricing.
No,
on
these
that.
are cool. Yeah, these are cool cases.
So these are while we have them in stock, we bought enough, but we still have some more left.
You have a
so
lot. Okay.
We have some left.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Very nice. I like the color of them.
And we're also doing customization because again, everybody likes your name on everything.
Oh, so if like a guy like me just getting into it now,
Yeah.
I could go to GigaParts and
Yes.
I could get some like hats or whatever.
You can
like-
get your hat order with your call sign on it.
Oh,
Anything you
sweet.
want. Yeah.
Oh, and what else? Can you guys put that on jackets? What
For you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, very nice.
Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. You don't need it though, Lola. You don't need that. So here's more stations for ordering.
So this is one of my favorite toys.
Oh, okay. What is this?
This is a Geochron Atlas. This is a world clock. This is your entire world
Okay.
presented to you. Weather.
Ah.
You can sit here. I can sit here and poll every flight that's currently in the air right now.
Really?
Yes. I can show you all.
It's like your command center.
It
or
is your
something.
command
Your
center.
NORAD.
Yep. It is literally
What?
like that. If you look right here, see all that color right there? That is population density.
Oh.
So
Oh wow.
anything that you're really interested or into,
Yeah. See, I was born in this part of the world right here. That's where I was born. That's cool.
if you see these right here, those are satellites. These are the amateur radio satellites. These are actually this is the NOAA. These are the radar stations,
Okay.
weather station satellites. So, and this is live.
So this is where it's dark right now, and that's what. Oh.
This is your gray line. And gray lines are kind of important for amateur radio because we will literally, because of the temperature difference between heat and cold,
Right.
will bounce signals off of it.
Yeah.
So I can be here, bounce a signal here, down to here. And this is how I can communicate around the world.
Oh, but so okay. So is this a service? What is this?
No, it is this device right here that hooks up to a 4K TV.
Oh, so you hook it up to whatever you want to.
And as long as you have Wi-Fi
Uh-huh.
or some kind of cell phone signal, it's going to keep constantly pulling live data down on it.
So when you buy this device, do you have to pay a monthly thing, or you?
There are options that you can. There are
Okay.
amateur radio options, but what you're looking at right now
Oh, this is
includes
cool.
both.
Yeah, this is a cool thing. I mean, just for the. I like it just for the. It's just cool to know this info.
This is an art installation in my house.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it looks like art to me. This is a cool thing to have in a background. Or
This is
something
my
like that.
version of an aquarium. I will sit here and stare at it for hours.
exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. Very nice. Okay.
So this is Geochron, guys.
Yeah. So this has probably different modes of stuff.
Yeah.
Can you zoom into an area?
Let's see if I can process of setting this up. Let's see if I can get it going.
Okay.
There we go. So you can go in here and change the overall look of it to anything
Oh, there you
want.
go. Cool. Boom. See right there. Look. It's much tinier now. Boom, right there. I was born in Guyana, so that's right there. There you go.
You put pins anywhere you want.
Uh-huh.
So if you wanted to sit there and show where you're at, you can go put the azimuth elevation in. Live data.
So does this tell you stuff like who you could communicate with, and or like the rules of communicating?
It does not do that now.
Okay.
In the amateur radio world, here's what it'll do. If you're contesting, and you put a contest and you log that into a logging piece of software, that software will talk to this and drop the pin of the person you
Oh, so you can see where
in real time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
that makes it fun. Like I was thinking
it makes
when
it totally fun.
Yeah, when Lola and I were studying, I was like, how is this fun? But I see exactly what you're saying. It makes it fun now because you can see it dropping in there. Okay.
So you want to know what air pollution's going on? You want to know exactly how good or bad your air is where you're at?
Yeah. And all of that's affecting your radio signal.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
Shipping lanes. You want to see where boat traffic is? If you want to see where all of our stuff is not
It's
at,
sitting out.
it is. If you want to see where everything's over here, it's right there.
It's all sitting out over there. Yeah. Okay.
So you over here live. We can look at wind speed. We can look at air pressure. We can look at cloud cover. Again, all of that affects this.
So, like, if you're talking to someone in those places, you could tell what's going on there. It can help you have.
I can understand it if you're over in Guyana. I can tell you what your relative humidity, temperature, and everything else. Everything that affects the ability to communicate is right there in front of me at that point.
That's like some Thanos-like power, man. That's cool. I dig that. Yeah, so you could dial into the Ukraine, man. You can see all the.
Everything.
You can see all the tanks massing on.
Not quite there yet.
I know.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
But yeah, live commercial flights. We can do it all.
Yeah.
You go out here and sit there and say, show me.
So you could also see, like I saw ISS. ISS, yeah. So you could see what the International Space Station is doing.
Let's turn that on right now.
Okay. This is cool. I could mess around with this every day. For,
You want to see where the Hubble Space? You want to see where the Hubble Space Telescope is? We'll turn it on too.
So this is it right now.
Yep.
Oh wow. What? That's nice. Oh, cool. So it's what is this right here? I'm not sure. It's covered up.
It is right there.
Yeah.
Hubble Space
right
Telescope is right there.
Yeah. And you can see it moving. Yeah.
This is real time.
Yeah. What is between Algeria and Egypt for all the geography people? Because Libya. There you go. Boom, Libya. So it's right over Libya right now. Yeah.
It's in your shack, and
you
sit there talking to everybody.
Okay, and you guys sell handheld stuff, all of that. What's the most popular handheld?
Yaesu FT65R.
Okay, where is it?
It's gonna be in one of y'all's hands here shortly. Oh, because I'm giving one away to one of these guys.
Lola's gonna have to buy her own.
We know you're setting up. We're just getting some B-roll. That's okay with you.
Come on through. The more the merrier. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing all right.
What is Icom?
We are we're a manufacturer. We make the radios that you see here in our booth. We're one of the 3 major manufacturers that you'll find in the world of amateur radio. It'll be us, and then some of the others that are here as well. We've got a lot of radios for anything and everything amateur radio related. If you want to talk on the amateur radio airwaves, we've got a radio that'll do it for you.
Absolutely. We're totally new to this, but I've heard of Icom before.
Excellent. So where are you guys from?
We are from just outside of Gainesville here in Florida.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, you picked the right place to come. If you're interested in getting into ham radio, this is the 2nd biggest show in the United States and about the 4th biggest show in the entire world.
Oh, wow. What's the biggest show?
The biggest show is held in Ohio in May of every year. It's called the Dayton HamCation, where this one is HamCation. The one up there is HamCation. Takes place, you'll often hear people call it Dayton, because it used to take place in Dayton, Ohio. It's moved a little bit up the road to a town called Xenia.
Okay.
But the Dayton HamCation is what you'll hear it referred to as.
Awesome. And where's Icom located?
Our headquarters is up in Seattle, Washington.
Seattle. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. What's the hotness? What's the latest for this year? I have no clue about anything, so I'm just.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Okay.
But our most popular radio is this guy right here, easily every day of the week. This is the 7300. It's an HF radio, HF in 6 meters. So it's your long distance communications, kind of, around the state, around the country, around the world type of communications. It's relatively small, pretty lightweight as far as a big, an HF radio goes. And it's very popular for those reasons. It's also what's called an SDR, or a software-defined radio, which is a pretty new and emerging technology for the world of amateur radio. So, we live in the computer age, and so it makes sense that our radios migrate more towards being computer and software-driven internally.
More digital, right.
Exactly.
Okay,
so the 7300 can do that. Along with the 7300, we have our new handheld, which is generating a lot of excitement for us, the ID52.
ID52.
Yep, that's our newest handheld. That's actually our newest transceiver that we've released, this guy here. And then another fan favorite that is relatively new as well is the little guy, the 705.
So this would go in your vehicle?
It could.
Okay.
This is this is what's called a QRP. QRP, there are a lot of Q codes in ham radio. QRP is the Q code for low power.
Okay.
So it's an HF radio just like the 7300 is, but the 7300 is capable of outputting 100 watts of power just with its own configuration. This little guy will only do 5 or 10 watts.
Okay.
So it's less power, but it's a smaller package, obviously. It's designed to be portable.
Oh, yeah.
Take it with you when you go.
Obviously, you got this whole
install the
bag set up
backpack,
and
stuff
everything.
like
Oh,
that.
nice.
But you can put it in the car. You certainly could. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. As long as you can have an antenna that'll accommodate.
This kind of system is cool too, I think. You don't have to just have it in there. You can literally put it on your back, take it with you. Cool.
A big part of amateur radio is field operations. Out in just out in the wilderness, right?
Yeah.
Either whether you're backpacking or trail hiking, mountain climbing, boating, things like that. And there are events in amateur radio that sort of tailor or cater to that interest.
That's what I hear.
You've got it's all the OTAs, OTA, which is on the air, right? So you've got summits or SOTA on the summits on the air, SOTA SOTA. You've got IOTA, which is islands on the air. You've got POTA, which is parks on the air, national parks and things like that. So people go to these entities, climb a mountain, from then operate from the summit or go to a national park or go to an island and activate this entity, and people will call in and contact them, and they'll check it off in the book and say I've now contacted X out of the total number of the summits or the islands or whatever.
Right.
And it's an activity that people can
your
engage
bragging
with.
points.
Bragging points.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
That. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
But then, emergency service is a big aspect of amateur radio as well. So to have the ability to take our communications equipment with us out into the field in a scenario where, things have gone a little sideways, power lines have gone down, phone lines have gone down. Well, wireless communications is still going to be there for us.
Yeah.
We kind of like to say when all else fails,
still be there.
Amateur radio is still there, right? The airwaves are still there for us.
As long as we're here.
That's exactly right.
We can use that, yeah.
And so we can do that. And
awesome.
So, we kind of, tailor to all of that with a lot of our different stuff. So
awesome.
It's a great hobby.
Very cool, yeah. We're just getting into it now. We're going to take our test here in a little while. So, yeah.
Excellent.
Pretty nervous and excited about that at the same time.
The test, don't be intimidated by the test. What I say is an amateur radio license is your license to learn. It's the getting the license is the base level. It's not meant to be hard or scary or intimidating. Just making sure you can keep safe and not give yourself a shock when you're touching the stuff, right?
Yeah.
But after that, that's when the fun really starts,
Yeah.
right? That's when it really gets going. So I'm excited for you guys. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, me too. And everyone's really nice and helpful and all that, which is a cool thing. Makes it easy.
Sweet.
Awesome. Thank you.
Anytime.
What's your name?
I'm Will.
Will. Pleasure. Hank.
Hank?
Yeah, that's my wife Lola.
Lola?
Yeah.
Hank and Lola. Good to meet you guys.
Yeah, same here.
Likewise.
Awesome.
Looks like the doors are open.
Yeah. So already there's a lot of people. I mean, there's a lot of people camped out here. So it's getting busy already. Dayton, there's the Dayton convention. Yeah.
Oh, Huntsville Hamfest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's check these out, Lola.
Hey there. You got your camera, and I've got my camera.
I'm just doing stills right now.
Okay.
Welcome to HamCation 2022. We missed everybody last year because, well, you know why.
Well, Bob, tell the folks who you are.
I'm Bob Nocero, W4KBW. I'm the media chairman. We do the printing and photography for the club. And it's just a great event. I've been with HamCation probably about 25 years now, so do a lot of volunteer work. We appreciate everybody coming by.
Fantastic. Thank you for helping us to get here today. We appreciate it.
You got it. Glad you got your badges for you.
Yes, thanks.
All right.
As you can see behind me right there, this is the exam area, right? We're getting out. Lola and I just got out. We both passed. We're officially, I mean, we don't have call signs or anything like that yet, but we both officially passed.
Maybe tonight.
Right.
They said they're going to batch all the applications, right? And all
so
the
we might,
test scores. We might have a call sign later this evening.
Absolutely. So with that competition going on with GigaParts, where one of us, I don't know if you guys heard that, but one of us, whoever got the highest score is getting free radio. So I got a 28. What you get, Lola?
28.
Yeah, so got the same score. But I finished first, so.
I had tougher questions.
I think that means I have dibs, Lola.
I had tougher questions, though. The examiner confirmed I had tougher questions. I don't believe
that. I don't believe it. I'm not believing that for a second. So, anyway, we're gonna walk back down there. You know, I'll let you get the radio, Lola, because I love you.
No,
your birthday just passed. You can.
Oh, please, you have it. You're more into this than I am.
No.
Okay, I'm here for more support.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
Anyway, that was cool. That was cool. Everyone is really nice and helpful and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Doing this, so that's really cool. We're gonna walk back to. There should be a shuttle, but I don't know if we're gonna wait for that. We'll just walk back over there, and we'll see you guys back inside. Check this out. This is cool. Look at that rig. This guy has everything, man. He is talking to space. That is awesome. I'm gonna tell these guys that I got the highest score. Alright, here we are approaching the GigaParts, guys. I don't know where
We don't know right now.
Somewhere around here.
How's it going?
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Where's Jason?
He's right here.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you take your test yet?
Yes.
Did you pass?
Yes, pass.
Did she pass?
Both of us, yes.
Who got the higher score?
So, you're not going to believe this. We both got the same score. We both got the same. I'm telling you. Seriously. It's a big crack in the screen. Yeah.
Did you drop your camera and the sprinter?
Yeah. there's no crack in there.
What did he do?
Yeah.
I got 35 out of 35. No, I didn't.
I got 28 and she got 28. Don't let her lie to you. Don't let her lie to you, Jason. But guess who finished first? This guy.
Hank finished first. He finished first.
I don't know what that means.
So we're doing it now, or?
You know what? You can give it to Lola. That's fine. That's all right.
Jason.
I'll just make her get me the most expensive radio
Oh, stop it.
that exists.
Stop
I like
it. No,
that.
it was,
I like that.
Creation.
No, listen, it was a lot of pressure. I'll tell you that much. A lot of pressure.
I'm curious.
She changed
when you were
answers.
driving, were you studying, or when he was driving?
No, we actually studied driving down here or this morning. We decided.
Look at that, Lola. There he goes. We got a Yaesu FT65.
Voila.
From GigaParts.
Happy birthday. I don't have to buy you anything.
No. This does not make up for my birthday.
You know, we do change.
Thank you very much. Now tell me what this is and how do I even use this thing? Because really getting the license is just really allowing me to learn more about it. The license didn't really tell me how to use this by any way at all.
Would you like to talk to the man or the myth and legend?
Oh, who would that be? Steve?
Or we can take you right to Yaesu and they can really give you a story on it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Either way.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Not that I can't explain something that we offer.
Right, absolutely. But yeah, why not go to the guys who make it?
Make it, yeah.
Perfect. Very cool. So Lola is going to get the explanation of how to start using this from the guys that make it.
Yeah.
Get into that here in a second. They're a little caught up because it's crazy here in the show. Do you mind if we record you?
You go right ahead.
Okay, awesome.
So like royalty, there's a contract. I got it right here.
Yeah.
This is Hank Strange and
Lola.
Lola.
From the Hank Strange.
Stranger
What do you got?
Palooza.
Yeah, so we've got Stranger Palooza. We do. We have like a Class B van, camper van.
Okay.
We met these guys at the Overlanding Expo East.
Okay.
And they encouraged us to get into ham radio.
Nice.
And we just passed our test.
Congratulations.
So we gave them a radio.
And they give us a radio.
Then you know what?
Awesome. It was. What now? And a goodie bag to go.
And a goodie bag. Now here's what it is. Now, very important. You want to treasure what you're doing. So you got an official Yaesu logbook, not sold in stores.
Okay.
You have a luggage rack because obviously you're going to do some traveling, and you got a sticker to put on your vehicle. You have a map of the world to encourage you to see where you could be talking to when you get our HF radios. You have a nice Yaesu bag, and because we always need it, you have a nice Yaesu note for yourself there.
Awesome.
So there you go. Now, because you got your license too, right?
Yes, I did.
Now you got to stay awake to make sure she's not spending your money, right?
Right.
So what we're gonna do?
they're selling stuff here today. Oh, you're gonna. What's that, a patch?
Luggage.
Oh, I have a Yaesu.
Yeah.
I have a Yaesu. I should get that.
I'm gonna give you a mug so you could stay awake with coffee to watch what she's doing.
Nice.
And then I'm both gonna give you mouse pads so you can use your mouse to go ahead and purchase things from GigaParts. So,
Yes.
you are all set to go on there.
John, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now, Steve brought me over here because
Yes.
I asked him if he could give me like a crash course for dummies.
Sure.
As to what I do with this unit.
Sure. So basically, it's one of our entry-level HTs. It's very simple, very easy to use. It's designed for good public safety usage too. If you're getting Aries races or MCOM or anything like that on there. What it is that basically you have a simple volume knob and it's a different volume knob. So it's an on-off volume knob. It's different than, let's say, the FT5 or the FT70 that has the soft power-off buttons on there. So what you're going to simply do is charge the battery up on it, and it comes with the desktop drop-in charger for you.
Oh, cool.
And then what you're going to simply do then is charge the battery overnight. The belt clip attaches right to the radio there. The battery attaches right to the radio there, and then you screw on the antenna, and then you're good to go to enter the frequencies on there.
Okay.
Now the frequency entry is very simple on there, but one of the things that we did with the FT65 and the FT4 is a lot of people have said we want it more like a public safety grade radio. So when you are programming with the radio, and it'll teach you in the manual, and our manuals are also online at yaesu.com for you to be able to download in a PDF format and then have it on electronic device, easy accessible on there. We allow you to do separate tones on there. So some repeaters now, a lot of repeaters are getting crowded, or you might have multiple repeaters in the same area. So you can actually have different tones to transmit as well as receive. So sometimes you'll go into a repeater, let's say on a CT-CSS tone, and you'll come out on a DCS tone. Or two CT-CSS tones, different ones from one another. So it allows that functionality on there. In addition, it has programmable buttons right on the front. What that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to take your most favorite, as I say, menu items and put it on there.
And save it.
Yep. So if you're always constantly changing power, you can program it to one of the P buttons and simply hit that P button and boom, it will allow you to change your power quickly and easily on there.
Okay.
Now the other nice thing about that, a lot of people like this, which they don't know about this radio, is it is designed to be a dual band mono display, but you can, and we'll tell you how in the manual, the advanced manual, you can actually pull it up to do dual VFO displays. And you can transmit on the A band and receive on the B band. But the fun part about that is if you start to get into split repeaters or even want to do some satellite listening or talking to, you can actually transmit, let's say on the A band and receive on the B band and simply change the frequency to track the satellites on there. I got my demo version, I played with it, and I said I'm going to buy one of these. I bought my own, now my wife has it. So
She borrowed it.
Well,
yeah,
so
she
now-
permanently borrowed it. Yeah.
Yeah, so now I have to get one since
Yes.
she has one.
Yep.
You know, what's the latest stuff? Is there anything new from Yaesu here at
You know-
the show, or
What
do you suggest I get? Because mine, I need to pick it up a notch.
Well, if you're going to have to kick it up a notch, which is fully understandable, because that's how you do it. It's this and this and that, right?
Yes.
So the two latest great things out there, if you're interested in digital voice, we have the Yaesu FT70, which is this here. This is the entry level for Fusion. It's a dual band radio, but it also allows you to do Yaesu System Fusion on there. It is what we call a mono band, but a dual band but mono band display. What that means is it only shows one frequency or one channel at a time, but it is capable of dual band functionality on there. The other thing, if you really want to go, if you really say, honey, I love you, but guess what? We got to go up a notch. I'm going up 2 notches. This is the new Yaesu FT5. This is actually the first time the 5 has been at the show. We released this during COVID, so this is the first time people have actually had a chance to color screen, touch screen on there. Has ARRL built into it. Has Yaesu System Fusion, programmable by an SD card.
Oh, so
right on the side on there.
Do you connect that to a laptop, to like the iPad or something?
Yep, so we offer the free Windows ADMS software on our website, or if you want to use something that has a little more functionality, maybe a better GUI interface, you can actually use the RT System software on there.
Okay.
But yeah, this is there. The other part I really like about this is it comes with 2 options. It comes with the quick release belt clip, or if you don't like the belt clip, you simply take the belt clip, unscrew it off from there, and you see the 2 holes on there, you can put the belt clip right on the battery.
Right on there. Oh,
Yep.
cool.
Now, one of the things I am going to recommend if you're doing overlanding or stuff like that, or you're out there, the 5 can do it. Unfortunately, the 65 and the 70 cannot, but you can get an alkaline battery pack for the radio.
Oh, okay.
And that will give you, of course, half the power. So if it's 5 watts, it will normally give you 2.5 watts. But if you're just out there listening, monitoring, or something like that, or you're worried about it, hey, now you can go ahead and throw AA batteries in there and you're good to go.
Oh, I see. Oh, nice. That's a good thing to have.
Yep.
Now I have a question about the warranty. I see a limited warranty card in here.
So Yaesu is the only company or manufacturer right now that we give you a standard 3-year warranty.
Okay.
All you need to do is you just need a receipt showing the date or purchase or the donation that they gave you with your name on there. If you have any warranty issues, you can call our office, contact our office. If we ask for warranty, we just need a copy of that receipt showing the authorized Yaesu dealer you got it from, the date, and your name on it.
Got it.
That's it. Okay. And then we're the only company that does that automatically.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, no problem. Enjoy.
We will.
Take care. Welcome to the ham world.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thank you.
So we're trying to grow the hobby into more youth and more new hams.
Yeah.
And so that's what this is. This is our learning center.
Yeah, so we're with Steve. We're in the ARRL.
That's who I found.
Right?
We're in the American Radio ARRL booth.
Yes, exactly. And when Lola and I were practicing, I was just telling you, we looked at videos for the technicians. We looked at some videos from Jason from Ham Radio 2.0, and then also you guys, KEOOG. That's what I remember because I heard it so many times.
KE0.
KE0. Yeah.
And
yeah, that's
so you're an Augie.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
and that helped. Like looking at those 2 things and us studying helped.
Yeah. So we have all of these videos on our learning center. And so as you've got your technician license, as you're trying to figure out what your groove is going to be.
What do we
radio,
do now?
So you go to our learning center. It's at learn.arrl.org.
Okay, cool.
And then it's a benefit. If you're a member of ARRL, you automatically get access to it. And then,
so what does it take to become a member of ARRL?
You can go to the website and join there, or in y'all's case, there's a membership booth right over here.
We can sign up right here.
You can sign up here.
Okay.
It's $49 a year. It gets you all of our publications. One of them in print, the rest of them in digital form.
Okay.
Which is a great publication for new hams called On the Air.
Oh, okay.
And they may have a sample copy over there for you to look at.
Does that include study material and all that?
You have access to a lot of the study material that's here.
Through digital?
Yeah, through digital.
Okay.
And then you get access to like some of the PowerPoint stuff and stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
So when you get here, you're going to click courses to find some of our courses. And you'll see here, there's your guy right there.
There you go.
Dave Castor, KE0G. We've got his technician license class. We've got his general class, which is where y'all are going next.
Yeah.
And his extra class.
Right.
All in here.
Oh, cool.
So, you know, you can't...
You just click through it.
Just click through it.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I'll show you on the... You've already done this class, so it's going to look a little familiar to you. And here's all of his videos.
These are all those videos.
These are them.
Goes up to like 37.
Yeah, 37 of them.
Exactly.
And the general course is the same way. And by the end of it, you're ready to go.
Right.
I mean, you know,
that helped us a lot. I mean, we came in, took it the first time.
And you both passed it.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Which for Lola is amazing. For me, it's like...
For you, it's no big deal, right?
No, yeah, I do that.
I have a feeling you might be the other way. But, you know, we've also got webinars. So a lot of times, you know, have y'all found a club to join yet?
No, we haven't. No, we haven't.
You know, we're going to find you a club, too. We've got a club finding on our website. It's not on the Learning Center, but there's a Find a Club part.
Okay, so for that, you would look up, like we live just outside of Gainesville, you would just, punch in your zip code? Or
punch in your zip code and it'll show you all the clubs with the next number of miles.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And tells you, like, you know, what days they meet.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, right now, most of them are meeting in person, I think, especially in Florida.
Okay.
Some places you might want to email or something.
Figure
first.
out
Make sure, because some of them are still doing Zoom.
Yeah.
You know, but you've got that. When you get to club meetings, a lot of times clubs are looking for content for, you know, a presentation. Clubs like to have a presentation. And we've got webinars here. Now, it's not just for clubs. I mean, you can certainly watch all these. And then here's other little tidbits that you might want to learn, you know, digital modes, how to get started with contesting.
Yeah.
You know, all of these are about 45 minutes. So they're, you know, sit down, watch a video real quick, learn something new, and then go hit the
If
YouTube.
you don't have someone, I guess you guys call it like someone to Elmer you.
This is
basically what that is. Okay.
We're trying to be your digital Elmer.
Oh, cool.
So, because not everybody's got one, or sometimes it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You're like, I want to know about something.
Yeah.
We've got it all here, and we're working with a lot of those same guys that you've watched. You know, we're working with these YouTubers.
Yep.
You know, Dave Castle, we're working with.
That's
Josh.
awesome. Yeah.
We've got all of them, and y'all are YouTubers too. And
I know.
So as y'all go
I mean, we don't know anything when it comes to this, but hey.
You know what? That's an important thing to know.
Right.
Is as you grow and as you learn things, I want to see it. And so do other people, because you're not the first.
Because they might, they're where we were maybe just a couple months ago.
You know, because they're like, well, I don't know if I can do this.
Right.
I want you need to document your learning curve and as you go. And
I agree.
I would love to help you get there.
Awesome. Let me ask you this question before we get out of here, unless you got something else.
No.
So for like a guy like me, I passed the test, didn't get my call sign yet. Same thing with Lola. What do I buy first, man? I haven't bought anything, which is good. I know a lot of guys buy stuff before.
Yeah. So with your technician license, you get basically everything on 50 megahertz and up. Okay. You also get segments of other little bands like 10 meters, but it's important to stop and think, are you planning to grow soon with it? You know,
I mean, I would like to start using it, you know, like, so Lola and I did it. At least I'm going to start me and Lola doing stuff and connecting to people, you know, kind of growing it out from there.
And you know, I'm not terribly familiar with Florida. I know that they've got a big link repeater system. By a link repeater, that means, you know, you can access it where you are, and a lot of times sometimes they're statewide.
Yeah.
You know, so you can key up on your, you know, inexpensive radio, and you can talk to people all over the state.
Yeah.
You know, we can look and see if you have like DMR or D-Star or whatever digital.
Because someone else said to me, find out what's actually in your area that you can access and start there. So that would be the thing. So do you guys have tools where I could do that, or where do I go to find that?
That's going to take a little more Googling.
Okay.
We have, you know, lists of clubs and stuff. We do have some, like a repeater book that's an actual book. But it takes a little more work. And once again, that's my job. I'm more than happy to help you find it.
So find out what bands are available to you where you live, and then start from there, because whatever you buy, you want to be able to access those things. Right?
But you also want something that you're not going to outgrow next week.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to have to keep gearing up and getting stuff you want to
Well,
actually
you're going
do
to constantly gear up. I
Okay.
mean, the fact is, it's kind of like an addiction.
Okay.
You know, it's like most other hobbies. You get into it like, oh, this is cool. Then
That's
you see
why.
that.
That's why I'm glad Lola's in it with me, so I can't get in too much trouble. I guess.
You say that, but you know what? My daughter and I, well, we're a ham family. I mean, all
Right.
three of us are
Awesome.
licensed. And we're constantly, you know, we're moving to Connecticut. We just found out there's a summit, which is our summit's on the air, right near our house. So, of course, you know, my daughter's like, we're getting what we need. We're doing this.
Right. Oh, cool.
I was like, ching.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, you know, but there's a lot of fun stuff to do in this hobby. And,
Okay.
you know, y'all made my day when y'all came in. We both passed. I was like, ching, another ham family.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Thank
so
you.
yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit deeper into this, and we'll come back and share what we learned from these guys with you all.
I try to come up with jokes that nobody's heard before.
No.
Right.
Yeah, that's
how
not one
you
of
gotta
them.
do
Yeah.
it. That's how you gotta do it.
That's not one of them.
So we're actually hanging out with some amateur radio royalty here. We've got Jason, Ham Radio 2.0.
That's right.
This is a dude that got me into this whole thing.
That's right.
I told you guys I met him in Virginia last year for Overlanding East,
Overland
right?
Expo East.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it, man.
And he said, you know what, Hank? When you get into all of this, stay away from the other YouTubers.
Yeah, these guys
They're
here.
terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I didn't say they were terrible. I just said stay away from them.
so we got
trying to keep it all to himself.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I discovered you, and yeah.
So
no.
now I can't meet the other YouTube guys, or are you going to introduce the other YouTube
I
guys?
invited,
Is that allowed?
I invited your wife to the brewery tonight,
Yeah.
but I haven't invited you yet.
Yeah, I don't know if this
Yeah.
goes by like pimping rules, you know? Like I don't understand, like, you know.
If he invites you to the brewery, then you're going to have to meet some of the other users.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So
my
introduce us to the other YouTube guys. Come on.
Okay, so that's
He doesn't want to do it.
that's
obviously.
Sean Ham Radio Dude, and that's Steve KM9G.
Yeah.
Temporarily offline Ham Radio, the guy who's never online.
So Ham Radio Dude, temporarily offline. These are some other YouTubers for you guys to check out.
Other Steve.
Oh, okay, other Steve. What do you do?
KO4AFL.
Okay,
Ham
there
Radio
you go.
Clubhouse.
And hey,
Yeah.
hey,
What's
here's
up?
other Steve.
Oh no.
Okay.
So everyone's named Jason or Steve.
Or Mike. There's a lot of Mikes too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mikes. So if your name is Hank, you're actually kind
along?
of unique in ham radio. So it's good to have you here.
Oh, okay.
It's good to have
First Hank I
Yeah.
met.
Yeah, right.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. That helps. That helps.
So you guys tested
If
this
in case I need to stand out a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
I'm
you
not.
know?
I'm not touching
And then if
that
I
one.
like
I'm
show off the mohawk and everything.
I'm not
you know,
touching
that's
that
what-
one. I'm not.
No?
touching.
You're not getting into- okay.
Well, I tell you what though, there was two guys out here standing. There was two guys out here. They came up to me and they were talking earlier. They're like, "Hey, we're gonna go outside and do some satellite contacts."
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "Cool, yeah, let's do that." And
Uh-huh.
he said, I was sitting right there at the time. And he's like, "Yeah, just come outside and look for the two black dudes with the Yagi. You can't miss us." I'm like, "Cool, man. Yeah, that's cool. Nicest." I sat there. They
That
sat there
works.
talking to me. They're like hilarious.
Fast
Funniest-
identification. is what
Funniest
that's
guys
called.
I've met this weekend, man. They were
Yeah.
hilarious. And
So, go ahead.
we went out there and they did get satellite contact.
Yes.
So that's cool. So
One of
you guys tested today.
We got tested. We
Not
passed.
Not COVID tested, but ham radio tested. Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows what happens after this? This is Orlando.
Yeah. We
Yeah. If you hear about Florida Man, a lot of that is in this area.
Yeah.
A lot of Florida Man goes down here. But yes, I'm part of the community.
Yes.
You told me this when I met you, that everyone's real friendly and
Yeah.
welcoming.
Yeah.
And we saw that from last night when we pulled up at the gate. Everyone was cool, helping us. I was really, I'm in other communities, as
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And they're pretty open and friendly. But I would say, like, amateur radio, man, you guys are like right on top.
Yeah.
In terms of helping people.
Try to
The
be.
interesting thing about it too is everybody comes from a unique perspective. We were just talking about it a minute ago.
Yeah.
Where you might have this to offer.
Yeah.
A younger person might know more technology than some older people, right? So we have to
Right.
kind of teach each other.
Yeah.
Bring each other up to date. But man, it's pretty remarkable how that all
Yeah.
works out, right?
Yeah.
So it's we all have to help each other to continue to succeed and prove ourselves.
In life, in general,
Yes,
that's
sir.
like a thing that goes through all through
Yes,
life.
sir.
So let me ask you guys this while I have like the brain trust right
Panel
here.
of experts.
Yeah. The content creators,
Yeah.
who know everything. You guys know everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much everything.
Just ask us.
Take the credit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like a total noob like me, where do I start? We passed the test. I don't have call sign yet or anything.
How much money do you
What
have?
Yeah.
Whatever Lola allows me to have.
Only because I briefly spoke to you, and I know that you're into this outdooring and this adventure thing.
Right.
I would really promote you toward a certain aspect of amateur radio that interests you, and in this case it would be something like summits on the air or parks on the air, essentially using amateur radio out in these open areas, because in the Southwest, the state parks are miles and miles and miles and miles, right?
Yeah.
So I would probably promote you to go out there with somebody and find out, what is Parks on the Air? You're going to start to hear these contacts. You're going to see what they're doing and making these contacts around the world.
Yeah.
And why they're doing it just to make these contacts. And maybe it'll intrigue you a little bit more. So what I'm recommending is you've never been in amateur radio. You need to find out what you enjoy and try to hone in on that, because there's so many different things.
There's so many different categories in terms.
If you don't like going outdoors and you like sitting at your house on a CWP,
right?
There's somebody there for that as well. Right?
Yeah.
So there's always somebody who has the same kind of interest as you.
Okay.
And my recommendation would be to find them and talk to them.
Okay, that's a good one. What do you say, Steve?
So yeah, I mean, I like building kits. I like playing with radios, like Sean had mentioned. Parks on the Air stuff is awesome. So I got into this because I didn't know a lot about electronics, and it's a very easy, very approachable way to get to learn more things about electronics. You can get a $10 Pixie kit and put it together and be on the air, and for $10 if you mess it up,
it's not so bad.
Get another one, and then you start building your way up and building your way up, and I have built entire radios and I've built entire computers just playing around with this kind of stuff. And now I have the freedom to go into a radio like this one here and load the Raspberry Pi OS on it, and that's something that's like super exciting to me, is to have an entire radio and a computer all married together into one. So that's where I'm going right now, and I'm from Wisconsin, so it's minus 35 all winter long. I'm in my shack. I'm not going outside anywhere. I came down here, I've taken off 7 layers now, and I'm down to a t-shirt, and I'm going outside and doing stuff outside finally. It's nice to see the sun again.
Yes.
Awesome. So what about other Steve? What do you say?
So my passion is Parks on the Air. I'm actually one of the Parks on the Air area managers. So I upload the 4 area logs. I've uploaded 5,100 logs in the last year, just for a third of 4land, because we had to split it between 3 people.
Okay.
It's a huge thing. My other passion that I've really gotten into is Node Red with Shack automation. So I'm running a Raspberry Pi that will turn on and off my radio and turn my rotator and get everything going from when I operate from the shack.
Okay.
So if I want to hunt a park, or like I'm trying to find and work a park in all 50 states, I like getting out and just doing ham radio. And then hanging out with these guys, I can call them up and say, hey, I'm going to be in your area, let's go activate a park, and I know they're game for it.
Okay. So let's go to Jason here. What's your advice to a new guy?
Hold on, let me turn this.
You gotta turn it. Yeah. I mean,
no,
there's a lot of we're really good at this.
So so everything they told you is correct. Everything they told you is totally correct.
That's not what I thought he was going to say.
I'm more correct.
No, I'm not going to say that. So everything they told you is correct. What they left out was that you really kind of need to be a general to enjoy Parks on the Air to its fullest, and you guys are technicians, okay? So if I was you, I would go take the general test. Did they let you take the general test?
Well, they gave us the option.
Okay.
I mean, I was like, man, I passed that thing.
The questions on the general test are very similar to the technician test. They're not much different. So they usually advise that you guys take the general test first, and then when you get your general license, you get HF privileges, and that's what makes Parks on the Air a lot more fun.
Okay.
So everything they said is absolutely correct. Parks on the Air is one of my favorite things to do this year. Right now, I lost my train of thought.
With everything going on.
Chris walked by. But with what you guys are going to be doing, I would also look. In addition to that, I would look at FM mobile radios, 2 meter 440 FM full powered 50-watt mobile radios to put in your vehicle to use when you're out along the trail.
Okay.
Because that's what a lot of these boondockers and overlanders do with GMRS, and with ham radio you can do it to an even greater extent because we have more band privileges than just one band on GMRS or one band on CB radio or something like that. So do everything that they said, but in addition to that, I would also look at the FM VHF VHF, UHF radios for vehicle traveling and whatnot, for going off-road.
Okay, very cool.
You got a really good point too, because overlanding and all of a sudden you're broken down in the middle of an Arizona desert.
Right.
You got a 50-watt radio with a decent antenna, VHF, UHF. You're going to get out 90 miles, 100 miles, depending on what mountain or repeater you're going to hit. So it makes it very convenient, and you've learned that survival skill for what you do, and that's how we kind of put both the hobbies together. So that's a great point, Jason.
Yeah, so that's what I would do. So you guys got to let us know what your call signs are.
Absolutely.
As soon as you guys, she said you might have them tonight.
Maybe, hopefully.
Okay. Possibly tonight.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It was great meeting all of you guys, man.
Great, for sure.
Hopefully we do more stuff. You know, if there's other things I do you guys are interested in, let me know if I can help you guys out, because I'll rely.
You mentioned racing and radio and overlanding and sex, and those are all things that I enjoy.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. The racing thing I don't remember mentioning, but not, because I mean, I don't want people to know how fast I actually drive. No,
I would have put guns into that mix, but that's me.
Absolutely. I'm all about the Second Amendment. Anyone who knows me knows that.
Second Amendment.
Absolutely, all about it.
So,
all right,
good.
We're gonna keep hanging out with these guys and move on.
Congrats on your license.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Really
Couldn't have done it without you. Without you. Thank you. I
Thanks,
appreciate
man.
it.
How many times we watched your videos?
Yeah. I know you were texting me. You're like, "Hey, I'm watching your video."
Good morning, guys. It is actually Saturday morning. We're still in Orlando at the 2022 HamCation. Let me see. Yeah, it's like a couple of minutes after 10 at this point, and we're just leaving the van. So I'm waiting for Lola to finish doing whatever she's doing here, and I figured I'd catch you guys up. We've got call signs, all of that. So we took the test yesterday, and we both passed. We both got exactly the same score. I got 28 right, Lola got 28 right. So Lola actually won a radio. I believe it's a Yaesu T65. Lola won that from GigaParts. Shout out and thanks to those guys. So Lola has a radio now. I need to get one.
Yeah, right. Okay. Right. Yeah. But you know what I mean.
No, you finish that kick in.
I lived there from 1966 to 73. Mom and dad divorced, and we moved up to Lee Street.
So we're in the, what is this thing? This is
the ARRL booth.
ARRL, that's how you're supposed to say.
American Radio Relay League.
There you go. And we're with Josh of Ham Radio Crash Course. And I was actually looking at some of your videos this morning.
Okay.
Lola and I yesterday, we took the test, we passed.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And we've got our call signs, everything. Lola has a radio, I don't.
Okay, that's right.
What's yours? I was looking at
we were talking about
some videos
last night, right?
Yeah, but I was looking at your videos this morning.
Yes.
Yeah. So you were talking about like here's the different things you could do. I know you were talking about like bow fangs, different things. What would you suggest to a guy like me, man?
You know,
and remember, I want to get something better than Lola.
Oh well, okay.
Yeah.
Here you go.
So. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
you were showing me this last night.
So this is an Icom ID52.
Right.
But when people ask me this question, which is,
I know.
Just like, what gun should I want? The best gun.
Right. Yes,
I want the best handgun. I'm gonna daily carry it.
Right.
You get that question all the time.
I get that. And get lots of things.
So what do you normally reply? What's your budget?
What's your budget? What works for you? What do you like? What makes you? What are you comfortable with?
So the same answers work with radio, right?
Yeah.
So $25 gets you a Baofeng,
right?
But it's pretty low frills. Mm-hmm. You won't feel bad if you break it.
Right.
It's kind of like a Glock.
Yeah, you know what? I would put it more in like the high point category, to be honest.
That's true.
I would put it like
I'm gonna
you're
gonna get bad comments yelling
high
at me.
points work. They work.
They work.
Yeah. So that's the one thing. They're not attractive.
Not attractive.
But they work.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what's important.
You can start with the Baofeng. It's $25 off of Amazon. Mm-hmm. That's a Chinese manufactured radio, which you'll generally find Chinese radios are more on the cheap end, right?
Okay.
They get way cheap.
Yeah.
Then you can start getting into the Japanese radios. There's two major players in that space right now, which is Icom and Yaesu.
Okay.
Kenwood is still kind of in the amateur radio community, but they're backing off a little bit from COVID.
Oh, they
so
are?
the major
Okay.
players being Icom and Yaesu are much higher quality, and they generally always meet FCC standards.
Okay.
For, case in point, if some of the Chinese radios, when you key up, it's transmitting on this frequency, but the filtering inside some of the Chinese radios is so poor that it also transmits in these harmonic frequencies.
Okay.
Whereas these radios, the ones that are FCC approved, they don't do
They're
that.
better. Okay.
Right. So you pay a little bit more for that, right? But in the long run, that keeps you from transmitting on all these frequency spaces that you're not supposed to or don't want to if you're trying to keep a lower profile.
So if you're a techie like me, if you're a tech guy, do you think it's a good idea to just jump right in and go for whatever's got the most bells and whistles? Or do I start like, you know, in a position and then work my way up? Yeah. Yeah, as quickly as you can answer that. I know, pressure.
So again, now we're coming into what do you want to do with it?
Right.
If you want to just sit in your house and talk on repeaters, right? Repeaters are the big, radios on a mountaintop kind of thing. Then a Baofeng's fine.
Okay.
Right. If you want a radio that you travel a lot, like you're driving, this thing you load the SD card with repeaters across the state line, region, country, whatever, and it's GPS enabled, and it'll just scan through the frequencies like we played around with last night, right? And it'll just pull out whatever it hears, right? And you can start talking on it. There's other radios that if you go off grid, and by off grid I mean no cell phone coverage, right? You're out of cell phone coverage, where it will beacon where you're at. It'll use GPS, it'll transmit out much further than a phone ever could, and let people know where you're at, whether you're safe, whatever.
Okay.
And or you can send text messages with it, right?
Yeah.
Those are more expensive radios to do that.
So all that stuff you're not getting for $30-$50.
No, so this is a $600 radio.
Yeah, you're going up to a completely different level.
Right. The Yaesu, the FT5DR, the one that does that APRS GPS beaconing, that's $400 right now, I think, on sale at HRO here at the show. It'll go up.
And that would be the comparable one to this.
That's the most comparable to this. Yeah.
Okay.
But now you're talking like top end ham radio.
Yeah.
Most people probably fall somewhere in between there.
Right.
Most people.
And what I was thinking, like in the beginning, I just want to get something. I'm really just going to communicate with Lola.
Yeah.
Just starting off doing that stuff, and then slowly build my way out from there.
How far out are you going to be?
Lola will probably be typically like 40 miles away from where I'm at.
Yeah. Good. Glad we brought this up.
Right.
So these radios, while they can make a long distance contact like that, they're likely not going to.
Okay.
Unless Lola's on. Are you going to be on the top of a mountain?
No.
Probably not. So if you're on the top of a mountain holding this and one of these, actually that's apropos, we got this here. This is a beam antenna, right? I can hook that up to this and I can focus my RF at a direction.
Right.
I could probably hit Lola if I was on the mountain and she had her radio 40 miles away with this. In reality though, if you want those kind of practical
we'll be like, she might be in Gainesville, I'm outside, it's kind of flat, but could be buildings
kind
and
of
stuff like
flat
that
helps.
in the way.
Foliage, it does not help. Buildings don't help. You might want to look into mobile radio.
Okay.
Put a mobile radio in each of your cars, 50 watt output instead of 5 watt output.
Okay. Is there a way that we can use the internet that we might have, or
you can, but if you
that starts to get complex.
Well, if you're asking me personally, in a grid down situation, the last thing
It's
I
not
want to do
matter.
is depend on the internet, right? So then I'm back to 5 watts.
To that,
And talking local, right? Talking local, okay, but not able to make that 40 mile connection, right?
Okay.
So those are all things to consider.
Yeah. Let's say I'm like in the living room watching a movie, and Lola's somewhere else in the house, and I just want to go. Yeah. Bring me a sandwich, woman.
That will work.
Good? No.
Yeah, I want an off-grid sandwich because the phones don't work right.
Right, exactly.
No, but that'll work fine.
Yeah.
That'll work fine.
Yeah, so it really, you really need to work out these factors.
You need to think about this.
Yeah, so I think you need to get into it. Like if I was talking to someone on the firearm side, like you're saying, I would say get something, get in there. You really can't lose if you get something that you can start messing around with it. Right. Then you start to figure out what you like and what you don't like.
These are very apt comparisons, right? So going back to the Baofeng, $25 if it turns out that 40-meter jump you can't make it with a Baofeng, which you likely won't, oh well, $25.
Right.
I'm out $25.
Yeah.
Not that big a deal.
Yeah.
You'll still find a use for it. You come to a convention like this, you'll use it, whatever.
Yeah.
But you got to go through that pain point of experiencing it, learning how to program the radio, using it, and then figuring out this isn't exactly what I need.
Yeah.
So you're spot on. So while I wouldn't tell people to go buy a high point necessarily,
I mean, my heart, it says a different thing. So this is why the reason why. You know, my heart says no. Go spend money right now. Get the most awesome.
But you see how fast we found a spot, right? With something in your use case where this might not do it. Right. So. Those are things to consider.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I would recommend everyone looking at. I don't know anything, so that's why I'm asking Josh. But
he's
go
picking
check
it up quick.
Yeah,
I
go
think
check
Willow's
out.
Picking up faster.
Probably. Go check. I don't want her to pick up like how much stuff costs. Yeah. But go check out Ham Radio Crash Course if you want to learn about this.
Man,
a lot of good stuff, man. I appreciate it. You're really doing good stuff for folks out there.
It's a blast. Just, I mean, it's nerdy stuff, but it's nerdy stuff that also is part of that triangle I say of like firearms, personal preparedness, first aid, communication.
Yeah, it's fun having everyone just like give me the advice, to be honest with you, because now I'm on the other side and I get to harass everyone.
Yeah, you're literally, there's a bunch of fire hoses pointed at you when you ask a question. Everybody's like, oh,
Steve and I are going to go look at some stuff and stop harassing you.
No, man, it's good.
Thanks. All right, take it
Appreciate
easy.
seeing you.
All right, so we got Steve of, what is it, KO4?
KO4 AFL Ham Radio
and
the Ham Radio Clubhouse. So I'm on two different channels.
Those are your YouTube channels?
Those are my YouTube channels.
There you go. So Steve is going to be kind of our guide here. I'm trying to narrow down what I want to get so that I walk away with something in my hands. And you know what? I was telling you, I actually kind of, it's a weird thing, but I kind of like the Icom brand. I like how they do.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a, there's a thing with their interfaces that continues from one device to the next that I like.
And that's what I like about Icom. And I have been branded kind of an Icom fanboy. You know, I know you have your Glock fanboys, you have your SIG fanboys. We have radio fanboys too. I love my Icom stuff because I can go from radio to radio and the menu system's the same. The interfaces are pretty much the same. So I buy a new radio that's of the same manufacturer, I hit a button, I'm operating. I don't have to go through and read the 200-page manual because I already know the interface.
Once you get used to it,
You know, you've got the Icom 4100, which is what I run in my personal car. Real easy. I can hit this DR mode here, and then click it, and say near repeater, and I can actually search for any stored repeaters, and I can just click it, and I'm on that repeater.
Yeah. Now that's just the interface, right? Like the unit is
this is just the interface.
Down here.
The unit is actually this one down here for that one. You know, all these three are all what we call remote heads or remotable heads. This one can actually be mounted to the radio. This one can be mounted to the radio with the proper adapter kit. Okay. This one, it's just a little too big.
Right.
But the nice thing about this
one, I like that though. I could read that from a,
you
I like
can read it from a distance.
Display,
It works well in a van. So if you're into the van life kind of thing, you can run dual channels on here.
Okay, cool.
So you can show both 2 meter and 70 centimeter.
Yeah.
You can also
I think I'm gonna get that and put it in the van.
control
I like
it from an iPad.
Yeah, love that.
Your phone, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all about that.
But when you step up into the world of HF, you come over, you've got the Icom 7300. You want a frequency, you tap on it, and you're there. Okay? Let's say I want to go back to 20 meters and find a station. I can just tune around. But you come down,
at least from the outside looking in.
Right. You come down to a higher end radio like the 7610, guess what? It's the same interface, same touch screen. There's a whole lot more to play with here. But this interface goes across their entire HF line.
So when you upgrade to that, you're already kind of, it's like with Apple devices, let's say. I'm already in the system. It makes it harder for me. But I don't want to, every time I switch a phone, to have to go through this massive learning curve.
Right. And, then you come over with...
this is what I want.
The ID 5200.
Show this to Lola very
so this radio
very carefully
has almost the same interface as this radio.
As that,
you know, the buttons are the same. You got this gorgeous waterfall on it, which is new to this model.
Right.
You know, but you can hold down the DR button and go direct to your repeaters.
So can you connect this to an iPad and all that kind of stuff as well?
It's got the Bluetooth in it. It'll connect up to the iPad. That may actually be what's
Take
on
my
that.
money.
Sorry,
Take
guys.
my money. No.
No, you're good.
No. And Steve doesn't work for Icom either, by the
No.
way. He's just walking me through stuff. Yeah.
But, you know.
We talked yesterday, which I'll probably roll into this video. I think we talked to Will about this stuff too. But yeah, I like how that is. Yeah.
So and you know, it's the 7300, the 7610, the 705, which is an all-band, all-mode, what we call QRP or low power radio. But it's ultra portable. You know, it's almost handheld, but it's a full HF station.
Okay.
So I want to go completely off grid. You know, throw a wire in a tree and make contacts, or you know, just hide from the world. I take that radio with me. It's self-contained. It's got its own battery.
Yeah. Now you showed me, what's that device way over there that we were looking at that you showed me? It was a unit. It was the handheld, and it came with like a little Raspberry.
The Anytone 878 through Bridgecom Systems.
Yeah. So if you compare those two, because I think they're kind of around the same kind of money, maybe $100 difference. That might be $100 more or so to get that whole thing. What do you think about that? What would you do if you were me?
It depends on what's in your local area. Okay, so the standard answer in ham radio is it depends.
Yeah.
It depends what you want to do. It depends on what your budget is, and it depends on what's in your area.
How do we find out? Like, can I just go on my phone and find out what's in my local area?
There's an app on your phone, and we can sit down later when we don't have all this noise around us and actually go over like a repeater book, which is an app that will show you all your different repeaters.
Right.
And it will show us if you have DMR, which is the Anytone, if you have D-Star, which is the Icom line, or if you have
so this is what we
Fusion,
need to know.
which is Yaesu.
So I should know this before I even look at anything, right?
Well, look to see what you like, and then we can see what's in your area. The nice thing about Bridgecom is they've got their plug-and-play package, as they call it. It includes the hotspot, which is what you need to connect that radio to the internet. And I don't like the term hotspot because we all think of hotspot, we think of our phone. Well, you could take that hotspot, which is a RF bridge to the internet, and connect it to your phone for the internet access, and you can talk around the world.
Yeah.
I have actually talked to Kuwait on my Anytone handheld through my hotspot.
Okay.
You know, and a service member over there who's a ham. Worked out great.
Yeah.
You know, and he happened to be from my local area, but he was in Kuwait.
Right.
So I got a worldwide contact using the internet, which may or may not be good.
Right.
But you know,
it's an option.
It's an option.
So if you compare those two, do you think it's just completely different things to that, or it's completely different?
You're looking at apples and bananas.
Right. Okay.
Okay. That radio, just the radio by itself, is roughly $200. This one's $600.
Right.
Okay. If you don't have D-Star in your area, you still have to have the hotspot, which they sell. Okay. Their package, which is the radio and the hotspot, comes out about the price this.
About that, yeah.
But guess what? You and I can build that hotspot with a Raspberry Pi and
right,
a
yeah. So if I got something like that and I wanted to do all that, I could just, yeah.
And you know, we can do a stream out of it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really easy to put together.
Okay.
And it's actually cheaper than what they sell it for.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but I'm a frugal guy. I plug and play.
It's like a matrix of things that have to go through your brain, and you got to figure it out for your brain. And sometimes, like what I do, I just go on my instincts, especially when I'm starting something. I go, I like that. That looks good to me. And I jump in, and then from there you learn, and you know.
Like, I'm going to go back to the 52 here. This is going to be my everyday carry. I want something that feels good on the belt, is easy to grab, easy to hit the buttons. Like, I know where the buttons
Okay, so you want to, let me see this.
I do not own this radio, and I can tell you,
where
just off the field, that's the push to talk, that's the squelch, and that's probably power. Without even looking at, this is my first time actually getting to hold one of these in public.
Okay.
So
let me see how this goes on the belt. My arm's not working the greatest back here, but yeah there you go.
You know, now the other thing you've got to worry about, especially in your world, my world,
Right, knocking it off.
not knocking it off,
Okay.
and strong side, weak side.
Yeah.
You know, if I carry this here, okay, when I go get my radio, am I showing everybody what's on my side?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't put it on. That's why I didn't put it on this side.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So weak side makes it a little tougher. You can fumble with it a little bit, but
Yeah.
you know, it's a great little rig.
Yeah.
The weight. Are you going to want to carry it all the time?
Yeah.
This one's a lot lighter than that anytime.
I like that. Like this is a has a built-in GPS. Can I use the compass? Does it have a compass or something in there that I can access at any time?
The GPS on this is more for
just for
your
this,
location,
to tell it where it is. Okay.
the repeaters. What will show up is if you're talking to somebody on D-Star, like on a
It'll tell
D-Star
them where I'm
repeater,
at.
it will show their direction and their distance to you.
Oh.
When we were headed home, when I was headed to my buddy's house the other night from us hanging out, I was talking to a couple of Canadian truckers on D-Star.
Oh, cool.
From my mobile.
Yeah.
And they were up there at the border, you know, sitting in traffic.
Right.
And through repeaters and the internet, we were talking.
Sweet.
You know, and they're what, cross country?
Yeah.
At that point?
Yeah.
You know.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, listen, we're gonna keep doing this as much as Steve has got the patience for us.
Absolutely.
He's helping us out. We're gonna keep going here. I'll share more with you guys soon.
Strange. What's happening here?
Hold on.
Steve, help us out here.
So, I may have talked Hank into buying a radio.
You may have talked him into.
Yeah, well, he made his own decision, but he went with the Icom ID52, which is an absolutely phenomenal radio. I want one. I am actually getting the ID51, which is the older model, later today through another ham here. I happen to know he was trying to sell it a while ago. He still has it, so it's going home with me. Hopefully my wife doesn't see this.
Yeah, through the show, everyone has shown me this. So I know you have Josh, and then Jason. I know there's a whole bunch of Joshes and Jasons.
Right.
So I've decided to pull the trigger, as it were.
This is basically the hot new radio that everybody wants to get hands on.
Yeah.
And luckily enough, HRO was able to hook us up. They had one in stock, so it's going home with Hank here.
I think they got a couple. They got a couple back there. They got a few back there. Why? Do you need one?
Am I going to have to reach deep?
Yeah, you might. I think you might. We need to be radio brothers.
Your turn to spend my money.
Yeah.
So
they got some in there.
Yes,
sir. There's a couple.
And I got a bunch more at the store.
Oh well, yeah. There you go.
There we go. There we go. And that's what we ought to do. We ought to get a store.
I'll come up and check out Ham Radio Outlet one of these days. You guys are right in Orlando, right? Check it out.
Yeah.
The GigaParts guys have obviously a vanity.
Yeah, they have the it's technically a club call sign, so they can all use it.
Okay, there you go. So K4GIG. This is their Bronco 2022, I think.
I believe so.
On the Bronco. I don't think they've done a lot to it, and I'm not sure exactly which one because there's different combinations. I like the rims, and they've got a nice wrap on here. And then they went with the hardtop.
Right.
Right, and it looks like they have an antenna, obviously.
Yeah, they got this antenna right here. This is I'm pretty sure this is a ham stick, which is an HF antenna.
Okay.
What's not on here right now, there's a whip that goes in here. They were telling me about this yesterday. There's a whip that goes in here that sticks up even taller, and inside of this box is an internal antenna tuner.
Ooh.
So you can do multi-band with it. So when you change bands in your radios, it'll tune your antenna for whatever band you're on.
So obviously we have Jason, Ham Radio 2.0. I can't remember your call sign. KC5 HWB.
KC5 HWB.
So Jason, you're the reason that we even came to HamCation.
Well,
you
good.
And the GigaParts guys. Lola and I, we came. We're wrapping up the video at this point, but we came. We took the technicians. We actually looked at your videos. That helped us get through all of that. We passed. GigaParts actually was nice enough to gift Lola her own Yaesu. I think a T65.
FT65.
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 You know, and then I even bought a radio.
And then he bought like the top of the line Icom.
I have an Icom 52. I don't take my plastic off.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's fine.
Yeah. And so people were trying to peel it off.
Right.
So, and you also helped me with this. So I just want to thank you for all the help, man. You're
totally.
You've been awesome. Yeah. Lola and I have call signs. Mine is KO4WQS.
Yeah. That's
Look
right.
At that. I'm starting to learn.
You're starting to learn it.
Yeah, I'm starting to learn.
That's always a challenge for everybody when they first get licensed. They're like, now what is my call sign again? They're checking their email. And so that's always a challenge for everybody.
That's why I saw at the show there's so much, like you can get your call sign printed over your hats and everything.
Right.
So that people
well, it's like you and I get our YouTube channels printed everywhere, right?
Yeah.
On a hat, T-shirt, whatever.
Yeah,
so people do
absolutely.
that with their call signs a lot too. Yeah. It's a common
I'll
thing.
probably put it on my social media for people who really want to know. If you want to reach out to me. But Jason is kind of like my first Elmer.
Yeah.
The Godfather Elmer. I don't know what you guys call that.
Elmer.
Just Elmer. There's no Godfather status Elmer.
Not that I've ever heard of, but that works.
You deserve it.
Okay, man.
I appreciate it. What do you want to tell the folks out there? Because I don't really know about this. I'm learning from you. If they want to learn as well, where do they,
Well, there's a lot of classes on my channel. You can find classes all over YouTube. Check with the local ham radio club. A lot of local ham radio clubs, depending on where you live, just Google your city name or your county name and ham radio after it, and find a local ham radio club. A lot of those clubs will do classes for free. They'll do in-person sit-down classes where you can come into their clubhouse or their emergency operations center and sit down, and they'll teach free classes. And then it's usually like you usually have to buy a book, which is like $30, and the price of the test is usually like $15 or something like that. So it's relatively inexpensive to get into, but it's a great resource for everybody who's wanting to go off grid. If you want to go camping way out in the woods, way up in the mountains, something like that, outside of cell phone coverage area, it's a great resource. Overlanding, boondocking out in the woods, whatever.
Like me, sometimes I'm in some weird places doing stuff.
Right. And GMRS is good too. A lot of those guys use GMRS, but ham radio gives you even more power, more abilities, more bands, more everything than GMRS does. So I have both. I have a GMRS radio and a ham radio in my car.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say go pick this one and not that one. I do both of them. So.
And you have videos on those too,
I do,
right?
yeah.
Okay. Because I know. So that's for people who don't want to get licensed,
right?
Or just even if you're licensed, you want other options.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, and it's a totally different set of frequencies for GMRS than it is for CB, and than it is for ham radio. They're all different frequencies. So it's a good idea to have options available when you want to communicate. So that's what it's all about.
Yeah, communication, a big part of being prepared for things, which I think is a big part of like getting out and going camping and other stuff that we all do.
Right.
So I look forward to making more videos with you, man, and seeing you at some of the overlanding shows.
Yeah, we're gonna do some this year.
Some this year, right?
Yep.
Where are you gonna be?
We're going to the Moore Expo in April. So that, in fact, I signed up to teach a class how to get into ham radio. So it's going to be a very basic overview.
In April, okay.
In April.
Where's that?
It's in Springfield, Missouri.
Okay.
So that's the Moore Expo. I learned about that from one of the guys at the Overlanding Expo that was in our little camping area there, and he had watched my channel. He was not a ham, but he wanted to get it just like you. And then he was like, "Oh man, you ought to come out to this show." So that one's fairly close. I mean, it's not too far of a drive for me. We'll be back in Virginia. I think that one's in October. But then the one that's in
Flagstaff.
The one that's in we won't be able to make Flagstaff. That's the same weekend as our biggest ham fest of the year.
Oh, so you're doing Central or West?
So we're doing the one in Colorado.
I think that's West, probably.
I thought that was Central. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I don't know either.
The one in Colorado.
Go to their website.
Yeah. We'll be at the one in Colorado, which is in late September, and then we'll be back at the one in Virginia, the East one in Virginia, in October. Okay. So I'm at least going to do those three shows: the Moore Expo and those two Overlanding Expos. So
awesome. I look forward to seeing you out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rig something up in the van.
Cool.
Maybe I'll either come see you, or we can get you to come out to Florida. And visit with me. Whatever works out for you.
That'd be great.
We can, we can keep going on this journey.
We can make it happen, man.
Yeah, awesome.
It's awesome that you got your call sign, both of you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
I'm so happy. That's great. Thanks.
Yeah, please subscribe to Ham Radio 2.0 if you haven't already done that. I really appreciate everyone subscribing here to the channel. It's been fun, and obviously I'm pushing out in different areas. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think it is a good idea to have backup communications, especially if you're getting camper vans and Jeeps and trucks, whatever, to go places and do things.
Right.
You want to have a backup there. So
good. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. We're out of here, guys. Thanks, Lola.